Who's here for the books and wait a second, is it who's listening to bullshit but here for the books? You guys are.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I don't know.
His first rendition was way better.
I know. I gotta remember. I should have written that shit down. Welcome, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to
Still morning.
Books and Bullshit, where the topics are made up and your opinions don't matter. Y'all know me, Zachary Chopchinsky, the Bowtie Author. Wiki. And I'm here with Martina McAtee.
Are you expecting sound effects from me? I don't know what's happening here.
I don't know. She's curled up in the corner of the couch. Her fingers are like claws. Her talons are scraping the table. I was gonna be smart enough to be like, her breasts are the size of fruit. I don't know, but then I feel weird like describing you in a sexual manner because.
Sad, lonely, sad, terrible fruit.
I'm not going to compliment you to make you feel better, but I'll let the curtains do it. Curtains?
Martina, your fruit is not sad or lonely.
Thank you, Layla.
Thank you, curtains.
I feel like this was...
It is quite impressive fruit.
So, today, I'm sure you guys are like, what the fuck are they doing? Today, we have a fun episode planned for you. The last couple ones were a little bit dense. Sorry, sometimes we have to bring a little bit more book than bullshit. I mean, I feel like that's in our contract or our name or something.
Yes, it is, sort of. But don't worry, this episode, lots of bullshit.
Yep, very little, if any, books.
Mostly it's just making fun of other people's books.
Yep. So basically what we're looking at today is male authors writing female characters. Oh, God.
Yeah. And this is not all men. Hashtag not all men.
Yeah, they have to do that because I'm here. I made her say that.
It's not all men writing women badly, but there are some hilarious examples of how male authors describe their female characters. So we're going to have Zach read some of those out loud. And then there was an author challenge out there that was describe yourself the way a male author would. So I'm going to read to you some of those. And I think we also have a few ones that are basically like women describing men like men describe women. So these should be entertaining and not at all career ending.
Because they're already
not
out
like
there.
Our last, like our last podcast.
This list was compiled by other people.
Yes,
these
the
are
New
things
Yorker
that are
mostly.
already out of there. So yeah. So Martina's going to give me the computer. I'm going to read a scene, and then we will discuss.
And this one this is the one that started it all. This was the one that somebody stumbled upon and was like, just what in the actual fuck?
I'm so excited for this. Okay. So. God damn it. Alright, so. But she was. For the bathroom door didn't altogether close due to the old frame of the house settling over centuries. That's not needed. And she had to sit on the toilet some minutes waiting for the pee to come. Men, they were able to conjure it up immediately, and this was one of their powers. That thunderous splashing as they stood lordly above the bowl. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Everything about them was more direct.
Talk about gilding the lily.
Well, listen. Everything about them was more direct. Their insides weren't the maze a woman's were, for the pee had to find its way through.
Clearly, this man was not in the medical profession.
Has he ever?
Nor had he ever seen a vagina.
I was gonna say, has he ever seen a vagina?
Ever.
Has he ever had one pee on his face?
Has he ever talked to a woman in general? Like, go ahead.
The maze a woman's inside. I feel like this is the type of guy that would describe chores as woman's work. And that guy has never had sex that was not paid for and missionary.
Agreed. So this article, just so you know that Zach's reading from, is babe.net. And they're basically talking about there's only certain ways that men describe women. And the first one was just basically, what the hell? That was all they titled it. It was just what the hell. But they said the next thing is that girls are always described as tiny, fragile, small babies. And this was their example. You can start right at the very top, like where it's italicized.
Oh, God, this is going to get good. I can feel it. As I slip an apron over her mane of chocolate brown hair, for which Pantene had paid her millions. Huh?
Lies.
And tie it around her tiny waist. I wondered whether her legions have felt for years the same sharp pang of protectiveness that I'm feeling at present. Not even is that like, that's just shitty writing.
But it's also just like, it's so typical. Like, oh, her teeny tiny waist and her perfect hair. And oh, she's so fragile, I must protect her at
And
all
he's
costs.
using, you know, $10 words and some of this shit. And he's describing this with such prose, like, this delicate little flower, and I am the very strong and enunciable man. And, like you're a douche, is what you are. Like, you should have actually not quoted for Pantene. You should have been, like, throwing in for Summer's Eve.
That's funny. This one's best. Or we're just big fucking cars. I just love how guys describe women using these things.
Okay, for a second, when I read the first 3 words of she is topping, I was gonna be like, whoa!
Hey.
All right. She is, well, hang on. This sentence doesn't get much better. She is topping up your engine oil for the cross country coming up. Still could be dirty. Wait, this whole thing sounds emphatic. Okay, she's topping up your engine oil for the cross country coming up. Your RPM is hitting a new high. To wait any longer would be to lose prime time. She picked up a Bugatti's momentum. You want her more at a Volkswagen steady trot. Squeeze the maximum mileage out of your gallon of gas. But she's eating up the road with all cylinders blazing. Okay, here's the deal.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Here's the deal.
What are you even babbling about?
He's talking about a car, but men describe cars as female. I'm able to pick it up now. Out of context, this sounds like a really shitty...
No,
like,
he's talking about a woman.
There's no fucking way.
He's talking about a woman. And I'm almost positive he's talking about a woman in a sexual manner. This is she's
like Zen and
basically
the art
going full on, and he wants...
This like some dude wrote this book, like Zen and the Art of Auto Mechanical Maintenance. Is like, that's the guy that's writing this sex scene. Like, she went vroom and backfired on you. Like,
no, he's definitely talking about a woman. All right, give me back the laptop. So I can find the next
Why
one.
don't I read the next one?
Yeah, or you can, but you have to scroll because yeah, you totally need to read that.
Yeah. Cassandra woke up to the rays of the sun streaming through the
Wait,
slats on her blinds, cascading over her naked chest. Titties.
By the way, this isn't real. This is a woman saying that this is how all men describe women in books.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
She stretched, her breasts lifting with her arms as she greeted the sun. She rolled out of bed and put on a shirt, her nipples prominently showing through the thin fabric. She breasted boobily down the stairs and titted forward. Okay, so Scott Beowulf, they clearly were trying to do Beowulf, but had to spell it fuckily. Touche. We're all even bitches. I think I can figure this out, Martina.
Right.
I don't need you to drive.
All right. I'll be over here staying in my lane.
We are all evil bitches. You can comment. Once a woman turns against you, forget it. They can love you. They can love you. Then something turns in them. They can watch you dying in a gutter, run over by a car, and they'll spit on you.
Okay, in that respect, he's not wrong.
Yeah, this dude just got dumped.
But let me tell you something. It takes a while for us to get to the gutter. Like, we give men so many chances that by the time you are in that gutter, if we do spit on you, you have earned it.
And it's God help you, if you're on fire, they won't spit on you.
No, we might dump alcohol on you.
So somebody commented on Twitter, words male writers use to describe a woman's clothing. Blouse, pantyhose, stocking, crop top, skimpy.
Yep.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I feel like I understand that. That describes most of my clothing. Okay.
It does today.
Our entire auras are pulsing with silent, intoxicating sexuality at all times. Basically, we want to fuck. So let's see what they're talking about. Oh, God. She is 26 and beautiful. Not in that otherworldly catwalk way, but in a minor knockaround key. A blue mood, a slow dance. She is tall, but only with the help of certain shoes.
She's tall. Her legs went all the way to the top.
She
So it's very like they were trying to be super noir about this.
She can be sexy and composed, even while naked, but only in character.
Oh, that's actually that's not
Jason
fiction.
O. Gilbert.
That's him talking about Margot Robbie.
Yep, I can see that. I know. Yeah, he tweeted about Margot Robbie on July 6, 2016.
Imagine, like, the audacity.
That's all of these.
Okay, that's all of those.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, we spoke about this a long time ago. We were talking about books and horror writing and stuff, and you can always tell when a man writes a sex scene.
Yeah, no, you definitely can. And I'm sorry, like, on the one hand, men are much more visual than women.
So
and
there's going to be basic descriptors that are going to vary.
My mom used to say to me all the time, men fall in love with the women they're attracted to, and women are attracted to men they fall in love with. Like, it's because women are very, like emotion-based. So, like, even if you meet somebody and you don't find them attractive in the very beginning, if they're super funny or they're smart or there's something about them, they will eventually be attracted to them. Where the opposite is not usually true of men. They're usually attracted first, and then hopefully the girl has a personality to back it up. And that's just the way it is.
I am a man, and I approve this message.
Yeah.
I can't,
like,
you ain't wrong. Love you, honey.
What the fuck? What is that supposed to mean?
Because I find her attractive on both fronts. I find her physically and mentally attractive.
He's just trying to make up for the fact that he called me a
Fat squirrel.
A fat, funky squirrel, and I didn't call you that. That just came out. Damn.
Yeah, as one does, just calling somebody a fat squirrel.
Okay, Charlie, you need to quit being cute.
It's so cute.
Jesus.
Okay, so
Now,
then
Martina.
There is a BuzzFeed article entitled, "If Male Characters Were Written Like Female Ones, This Is How Weird It Would Look."
I can't wait to hear these.
They would talk about testicles in a borderline obsessive way. He has balls, you see. Balls shaped like spheres. Almost like the kind of balls you play sports with.
Technically, our balls are ovals.
As well as nipples. Everything would lead back to nipples.
That's true.
Yeah, see, Zach could never read this because he's not allowed to say nipples. Not unless it's on.
Not unless it's on Patreon.
That's right. Guided by his erect nipples, Lewis moved nipples first towards the building on a decidedly nippy day.
Titted poopily down the hall.
Did it forward. Breasted poopily down the stairs. And did it forward. I have to admit though,
I want to have that tattooed on my body.
I want to read that whole book just written
Because
like
you know that's not the only gem in that book.
But it's not a real book. It's just somebody making fun of.
Oh no, I understand that, but
like
I'm
that
saying
would be like such a great satirical book, like just to do the whole thing. Number 3, the men would purr instead of speak and be compared to cats a lot. He oozed sophistication and allure with a hint of aloofness. Nigel was a sex kitten. There was no doubt about it.
Can I just say that I think it's physically impossible to find somebody named Nigel attractive?
Wasn't one of the
Nigel
One
Thornberry?
Direction dudes named Nigel?
And I never found any of them attractive.
Yeah,
The one caveat to that is Nigel Thornberry is a sex machine.
I just think of Nigel from So You Think You Can Dance, the judge, the old guy.
Hello, I'm Nigel Thornberry, and today I'm one of Tim Curry's best roles.
Awesome. Nigel Thornberry is
Smashing.
Is the bomb.com. All right.
Wow, really? Did 1999 call? And they wanted that phrase
Oh, don't even go there. Because we all know that's like the only fucking rap songs that you fucking say on a regular basis.
What do you mean that I? You mean that we? Did we not turn the car into karaoke for like 6 hours, drive into the con that shall not be named?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
When writing characters in first person, they would describe their bodies in ways that literally no real human being on this planet would. I look in the mirror and pour my voluptuous dick into a pair of flattering boxer briefs. People go wild when they see me, and I'm quite the head turner. That is Zach talking about himself.
I fucking told you not to put anything I wrote on this list.
That's totally how Zach
He poured
But he would find a way to
his
say
dick.
that he was a USA Today best-selling author.
I poured my USA Today best-selling dick into these Calvin Kleins, motherfucker.
Oh god, if they weren't white, there'd be a lot of allusions to exotic food. Oh god, here we go.
Okay, that's true.
Okay,
Yep.
Alright, here we go. Alright. His teeth were pearly white and milky like an inviting bowl of rasmalai? Oh god. And his arms strong like the crispy corner of a samosa.
What?
Is he Indian? Because I don't understand the food references.
Oh my god. He had a fake chan. A lot like chicken tikka.
There would sometimes be the manic pixie dream guys who help the uptight female character discover their true self. I fucking hate that whole manic pixie dream girl fucking nonsense. I fucking hate it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Nope.
Yeah. Like, who's the one who plays a new girl? She played that character in that movie. Like, they're just always like, the guy's super uptight, and she's just like the super like new agey free spirit who's just like saying yes to everything. And
You
there's
mean
like
Dharma and Greg?
yes, exactly. Only more like young and like, I don't know, insipid. Like, they're not really there as a character. They're there as like some manifestation of like the guy's like, you know, they're only there to move the plot forward, but they have no real personality
like
at all.
Drop Dead Fred.
Oh, I love that fucking movie. Doesn't everybody?
Cobwebs.
Gladioles! Fucking love that movie. It's also sad, though. Watching it as an adult, I never realized how sad that movie is. I was like, damn, somebody should have taken that girl away from them. Alright, so, Manic Pixie Dream, guys. He let out a wry chuckle, his flowing trousers billowing in the breeze. His eyes were huge, innocent saucers set in a porcelain doll face. That sounds fucking terrifying.
Yeah, he sounds like somebody.
Sounds like that Momo.
Momo!
That sounds like somebody that a serial killer killed and then made into a human doll.
Hang on a second. Let's see how
We
many
should watch
more
scary
there is.
movies tonight.
Yes. Alright, there's 4 more. I'm going to let you read the rest of these.
Oh god.
Because there's a lot of them, and I feel like people are tired of hearing my voice. Plus, I think it'd be funny to hear a guy read these.
Okay.
So,
You ready for this? Morgan Freeman. Gonna
No.
read it.
throw some Christopher Walken in there.
He could wait. Okay, they would be fetishized for liking stereotypical feminine things and being just like one of the girls. He would knock a cup of red wine back with the best of them, and when you quizzed him about the knowledge of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, it was clear he hadn't just Googled it. Why is that necessary to describe somebody like that? Like, you could have cut all that out and been like, he was a basic bitch.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing, because you're supposed to show, not tell. You're supposed to show their basic bitchery. You're not supposed to tell them.
Yeah, Zach.
Men over 40 would be withered old crones, jealous of any young man they saw. I was desirable once, David thought, his decrepit body pathetically shuffling away.
This actually works. Keep going. You do it.
Oh my god, that's awesome. No, that's the end of that
That
one.
was it?
Yeah.
Aw, I'm sad. I thought there was going to be
The
more
author would
to
have
it.
no idea how men's bodies actually worked.
Word.
He did all the men could do and proceeded to handstand over the toilet with his head in the bowl before urinating from his eyes.
I think that was a direct link to the one you read originally. Oh, that was somebody really calling people out.
And they describe grown adult men as if they were frail little animals. He looked like a crow born mere days ago, and I could only hope to nature give him and perhaps feed him regurgitated food like the infant bird he was.
I fucking love you reading like this. I just want to listen to you read like this all the time.
Okay.
Alright,
So
let me do
what
the
it is?
next one.
Okay. Hang on, here we go. I'll give you one more. I just rolled up a little bit. His teeth were pearly white and milky like an inviting bowl of ramsmali. And his arms strong like the crispy corner of a samosa. It's astounding. Time
Like
is fleeting.
Switched right into your
Madness
riff-raff.
takes its toll.
All right.
Give me what you got.
How women see how male authors see them. That was a
Are these pictures?
no.
Because how am I going to read a picture, Martina?
It's not a picture. It's fucking tweets.
The first thing I saw was a picture.
Yes, it was the top of the article.
I'm just saying. I
And
need to
I'm
know
just
what
saying, you're fucking stupid.
Wow. All right, am I reading this in a voice?
I hope so. I don't know how you could read it without one. See? Stupid.
No, you're fucking stupid.
At least I know you have to speak out loud to read out loud.
All right, somebody named Chuck. She was perfectly thin, nor voluptuously curvy. Oh, she wasn't perfectly thin, nor voluptuously curvy. But what she lacked in general body shape, she more than made up for with her breasts. Her soft, white skin was strewn with floral tattoos. She was a blooming garden on the surface, but a burnt field beneath. Only I could fix.
Of course.
Here's
Wait,
another.
was that a real one?
No, these are all there's a hashtag called describe yourself as a male author
Yeah.
would.
Okay, here's one. She had a face for radio and the benevolent demeanor of a concerned raccoon or cornered raccoon.
That's somebody talking about me.
But her breasts, each one glistening in the damp appeal of a peeled cantaloupe, still made her worth hitting on. As for the lesbianism, she just hadn't met the right man. Me.
Me, period.
She was angry, but made up for it by having breasts.
She was angry. She was just angry. Like, no context. She's just fucking angry all the time. Also me.
She had the quick, compensatory mind of a woman who was not quite beautiful, but appeared so after a few drinks, when the light was just so, and the bird song in the trees echoed across the chasm between her face and her true beauty.
Her boobs.
It ends there. Scroll, scroll, scroll.
Anything else?
Nope.
Well. Oh, God. Oh, these are gold.
Sorry, Loki, I kicked you in the face.
Loki's like, I'm sorry you kicked me in the face too.
Okay.
Hang on a second. Here are some male characters from literature and film. Describe the way the authors describe the female characters in the same work. So basically, they turn the tables on them. They got everybody from Raymond Chandler and Tolstoy to George R.R. Martin describing Jon Snow.
Okay.
All right, here we go, my friend.
All right. So how am I reading this? Okay.
I say you just depends on when the timing is. Like, you know, Tolstoy, you can read it with a Russian accent.
Okay.
This is going to be really bad.
Raymond Chandler, what was that, the 20s? You can read it like the same schmuck you've been reading it like.
Okay, so am I supposed to read these back to back? Like one is a comparative to the other?
No, they're all just like, they basically took the male characters and they wrote them the same way that the author wrote the female characters. So somebody took it upon themselves to just do a little bit of edits and,
Change the names around?
yeah, used their own terrible writing against them.
Here we go, Raymond Chandler. Marlowe was the kind of brunette who would make a bishop kick a hole in a stained glass window.
What does that even mean?
I'm sorry, I don't know who wrote that. That's a great fucking description. I totally want to read this
No,
book.
this gets so good.
Okay, go.
And only half the hole would be from heterosexual panic. The other half would be that look he gave you under his hat brim, the kind of look you thought maybe you couldn't cash in later in a cheap hotel room before you saw the headache sticking out of his hip pocket. What the fuck
The
does
headache?
Yeah.
The headache is sticking out of his hip pocket? Yeah, that sounds like Raymond Chandler.
Okay, here we go. Tolstoy. Ironically, this is a short passage.
Yeah.
Vronsky had once been beautiful. His hands, once white and soft, were thin and wasted from the labors of child rearing. And his face appeared pinched and unattractive. His voice had acquired a querulous tone. His arms, once the right shape, were now the wrong shape.
And wrong and also incorrect.
Because the passage of time and the moral degradation that came with it. There was a horse who suffered from an awful accident, and Vronsky was like that in a way.
But did he make big trouble for Moose and Squirrel?
Very big trouble for Moose and Squirrel. Alright,
Hey, baby.
one's Homer. I don't know.
Wow, we're talking Odysseus, like way back in the day?
Yeah.
Homer? All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and try your
White-thighed Odysseus emerged from the waters freshly bathed and glistening with oil.
Oh.
His skin glowed like the dawn sweeping in on his swiftly sandaled feet. The goddess beheld him with rapture.
Ooh, rapture.
Here's one from George R.R. Martin. They died.
Yeah. But they did it beautifully.
Yeah. Jon Snow's abs moved imperceptibly beneath his tunic, firm and hard and pale with winter apples that had been harvested, sliced carefully and arrayed in rows. I think we're talking about his abs here, but it could be nipples. I'm not entirely sure. Here we go.
So, sliced apples were his abs?
Yeah,
Okay, I get it.
like they're cutting.
I thought he had actual apples on his abs, and I was very confused how he could walk that way.
What kind of charcuterie board is this?
I mean, don't get me wrong, if somebody laid out fucking...
Yeah. Are we to cut the meat log in cheese, or just succulently lick
I
them?
mean, Kit Harington was laid out with some apples. I mean, I'm not saying... I'd say no.
Alright, the next one is an author named John Updike. What's Updike?
You know what? John Updike would have made that joke.
Oh my god, the first two words are... He peed.
He's probably the one who wrote the first passage with the door left open.
He peed, but he had no idea how, because inside his body was an anatomy that was impossible to understand.
It had to be the guy who wrote the first passage.
Ernest Hemingway.
Oh, Lord.
Back to this guy.
Are you okay?
He had a butt that looked good. She grasped the butt with her hands.
Squeezy,
He was a
squeezy.
bit put out, but not too much. This was how things went between men and women.
Oh, God. That's just such a sad commentary. She was put out, but not too much. She's just low-key annoyed all the time.
Jack Kerouac.
Oh, you don't like Jack Kerouac? I don't either.
Wait, so give me the vibe of Jack Kerouac.
He wrote On the Road, didn't he? Like, it was very, it's really famous. As a matter of fact,
Give me a vibe that he would be as a person. Give me a culture.
very, like, late 60s, dirty, motorcycle riding, kind of, like, thinks he's worldly.
Okay. Jack Kerouac. His lovely right pectorals were barely concealed beneath his white nightshirt, and Dean looked at me as if to say, If this is America, I'd like to see more of it.
So he's Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
That's actually not too far off. It's actually pretty perfect.
We going. His lovely right pectorals were barely concealed beneath his white nightshirt, and Dean looked at me as if to say, "This is America, and I'd like to see more of it."
It's just like, oh, what's happening?
Oh God, William Faulkner. Okay, angry German. Angry German.
But I like some Faulkner. I have some.
Of course you do. What do you have?
As I Lie Down.
Oh.
Which is a great book.
It is. It's just very heavy.
Yes.
Okay, William Faulkner. He had been a big man once, but now his skeleton rose, draped loosely in the unpadded skin that tightened again upon his...
What's the matter?
I'm trying to
sound it out.
I'm trying to like refrain because I don't sound German.
You don't sound German at all.
I know.
You just sound like angry.
I know. Well,
You got the angry part, but not German.
okay.
Is that a Hitler mustache?
He had been a big man once, but now his skeleton rose, draped loosely in unpadded skin that tightened again upon the paunched almost dropsicle. As though muscle and tissue had been courage or fortitude, which had been days or years he had consumed until the only indomitable skeleton was left rising like a ruin or a landmark or a statue or a monument to a cause that boys see once more, but whenever they want it. So it's always the instant that when it's still not yet 2 o'clock on July afternoon in 1863, the brigade's in position behind the rear fence. The guns laid ready in the woods and furled flags are already loosened. Every year for 1,000 years.
What the fuck did you just say? I didn't catch a word of that.
Nobody ever did.
Oh gosh. I feel like I just did an ab workout.
Okay, Toy Story.
Do it like Tom Hanks. Be Woody.
Okay. I was gonna do, actually, who's the guy that sings "You've Got a Friend in Me"?
I don't know, but I know the song.
You got a friend in me.
Yeah, but I don't know his
You got
name.
a friend in me.
Kind of sounds like Bob Dylan.
Possessing a prominent and possessing a promising body with hard shapely curves, Bugs dress older than his age, but manages to pull it off.
He pulled it off.
Oh, all right, y'all. Hold up. Pulp Fiction.
Oh no.
Is there something in here?
Find out.
With silky dark hair and bold lips, Vincent is a Greek god. He walks and his shoes slap the goddamn floor, motherfucker. His mane of silky black hair and his turtleneck, not turtleneck, is that something different, poked out of his boxy suit, like a little turtle saying hello. But it's also a little tiger, a sexy one, in an outfit. Motherfucker.
So you didn't read that like Quentin Tarantino?
No. I like feet. No.
Say what again, motherfucker?
Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man. All right, the next one's Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Damn.
This one sentence figures.
Of course. Is it Bueller? Why are
Something,
you looking at
class.
me so accusingly? Why?
Something economics. Something DOO economics. Voodoo economics. No Ben Stein.
Do I know him? Yes, he's a douche.
No, I said no as in N-O.
Oh.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Ferris isn't the hottest guy in class, but he's definitely top 5.
Damn, is that what he said about the girl?
I don't remember that.
It's probably in the script.
No. Star Wars: A New Hope. Luke Skywalker is in his late teens, pretty without knowing it. That had to be a character description at the top of the page.
It was. They actually showed it. I remember for that one, they were going and they were showing the director notes for certain movie roles and how they described the girls. Go ahead.
Darth Vader couldn't be attractive if he tried, but he instead settled for menacing. Tall, dressed in all black, with a breathing mask affixed to his face. An outfit that screams, "Leave me alone."
I wish I had an outfit that screamed, "Leave me alone." I have to refer to my resting.
There's a lot of Star Wars ones on here.
Well, because the fucking descriptions of the female characters were so fucking asinine.
Well, Carrie Fisher didn't wear underwear in the slave Leia outfit because George Lucas convinced her in space they don't wear underwear.
Well, he also made her lose a fuck ton of weight, even though she wasn't overweight, for that costume. Because he's a dick and a misogynist.
Sorry, Carrie Fisher.
Not sorry, George Lucas.
Right. Okay. So this one's for R2-D2. From Star Wars: The Return of the Jedi. Beep boop, beep beep boop, beep boop. I don't even know what accent to put this one in, so I'm just going to read this one straight up.
You have to talk like a British robot.
Oh. R2-D2 is short and over 30, but he knows how to work with what he's been given. A posterior to make onlookers swoon, numerous well-maintained ports in which the onlooker can insert data drives or disks.
Sexy.
Slut.
All those open ports, just asking for it.
Yeah. You came here with that chrome finish. You knew what you were here for. Oh, Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, that whore.
You haven't done your Jar Jar Binks voice in a long time.
Oh, here we go. Wait, let me get comfortable.
You used to do it. Do you remember in the first apartment?
Jar Jar Binks is unpossessing at a first glance. The sinuous elegance of his amphibian can command a room. Clumsy and awkward and unaware of the effect he produces. Beautiful eyes he has, and large eyeball stalks.
And now you know how Zach used to seduce Layla.
No, I've never even seen
I meant his Jar Jar Binks voice.
Yeah. That tongue game, though. Lawrence
I don't know,
of
I've never seen it
Arabia.
either.
Okay, this one I'm just going to read straight for multiple reasons. Lawrence is strikingly beautiful with piercing blue eyes, but hides it in large, bulky garments.
He hides his beautiful eyes behind large bulky garments.
E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
And all of our readers.
And now Layla is deaf. You've now murdered your wife's ability to hear.
Okay.
With
a leaf, lissom neck and large expressive blue eyes, he looks damn good on a bicycle.
He looks damn good on a bicycle. What a weird fucking compliment that would be, no matter who you were talking about.
You look damn good on a bicycle.
Girl, I just gotta say, you look damn good on that bicycle.
Alright, this one is
Thank
Jaws. So.
The actual shark?
Yep.
Wait, you're describing the shark?
I don't know.
As the shark. He's describing the shark as the shark. It's very meta.
Do.
Shut your fucking whore.
Alright. Worry nothing at all. The shark emerges from the water.
Naked.
We can't help but be fixated on the toothsome vision of the beauty. Our eyes are drawn first into the mouth. Large and sensuous, full of even white teeth. Like a doll's teeth. But then they're drawn along the body of its sleek curves. A body that throbs with raw sensuality and hunger. Like an automobile that throbs with raw sensuality and hunger.
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Indiana Jones is in his 30s, but he dresses like a much younger man in a half-unbuttoned shirt and a hat that he thinks is too much of. He wears glasses.
Did you just point at Zach?
But he would look good without them. Fuck you, lady! Alright, 30 ain't old.
I'm just saying you have a half on
Okay.
shirt.
Okay, here we go.
And you think you're much younger.
The Muppets.
The Muppets! Damn, ain't nobody safe from this article.
The Muppets. With soft peach fuzz skin.
Kermit the Frog introduces the viewer's attention not gradually, but all at once, unaware of his impact and stronger than he knows.
I like your voices, Zach. This is good stuff.
2001, A Space Odyssey.
Oh, Lord. In a galaxy far, far away. Open the pod bay door.
Here we go.
The first thing you notice about HAL 9000, a glowing red boob in space. Is
Boobs
all that
in
he's glowing.
space.
No, is that he's a glowing red boob in space.
That's all of them. That's all.
That's it. That's it. Glowing red boobs in space.
HAL 9000.
A movie.
A glowing red boob in space. In a world with glowing red boobs in space.
Who wants to come home? Nobody. Whew, that was intense.
It was sex while camping.
Oh god, there's another article here called Man Libs. I asked guys what they knew about puberty.
I don't want that one. Do you remember the article that guy wrote about how women's periods is from shitty diet?
Or just stop it. Just shut that shit down. That's what the one guy said. Look, this is great. Question. How much do men of New York know about puberty? Answer. Not a lot.
They're pretty dumb.
Perfect. Oh, gosh. That was just painful.
That was fun.
That was good stuff.
Yeah, we need to do shit like that more often.
Yeah, to save our careers.
This is what we got.
Oh, this 13 sexiest passages from classic literature.
At this point, I feel like people are listening like, are they just scrolling the internet using clickbait to entertain us?
Yes.
What the fuck do you think we've been
100
doing?
times yes.
We've been doing this for 3 months. You're just picking up on that now?
Do you care?
No. I mean, I'll read the sexiest.
I went undercover as a hot girl and stole all of their secrets. If that's not written by a man, I don't want to fucking hear the rest of it. I want it to be a dude in drag who was so good at passing that none of the girls picked up on the fact that he was not a girl.
Greetings, fellow girls. Periods, am I right? Day 1.
Youths.
I have successfully assimilated myself into their culture.
Oh, Lord, these are... Okay. Oh, Lady Chatterley's Lover. We're going way back. It was one of the first Showtime After Dark movies I ever stumbled upon.
Oh,
Only it
God.
was young Lady Chatterley, based on the books, and Ron Jeremy was in it.
So what she's talking about, Layla, is late at night, Showtime and Cinemax have softcore porn for like 2 hours.
And if you were a teenager who was lucky enough to have parents who didn't know that...
My grandparents had movie channels.
But yes, I don't know if we should save this little gem of an article.
I think we should save that gem of an article for later. How long is this episode?
43 minutes.
43 minutes. Wow.
It's been 43 minutes.
It's been 43 minutes.
Oh, God. Does anybody think we're as funny as we think we are?
I think we're fucking hilarious.
Probably not.
Oh, thanks, Layla.
The curtains with the wind?
She's like, no, you guys are fucking idiots. Everybody knows it.
We've really all just gotten together to allow you two just tart it up on your own.
Just whoring it up.
All right, so Martina, we got anything else for this one, or are we going to cut and run?
Let me take a look at what our audience says, if they have anything they want to add.
Oh, there was some comments, yeah.
There's only a couple. I hate the whole, she thought she was average looking, or she was a plain looking girl. That comes from Rebecca. Not that Rebecca's a plain looking girl. That was Rebecca's comment. She's actually quite beautiful. But she doesn't know it. Wait, hang on. This one. Fuck, hang on. Shit. Damn it. Everything's not working. Molly wrote something, but I can't read it. Alright, here we go. oh shit, this is an indie author. I'm just gonna skip this one because I don't want to read it and then have like said indie author realize.
She doesn't give the name.
Well, if you're a male indie author and you focus a large majority of your commentary about your female characters on their breasts, then Molly was probably talking about you. And if she's not talking about you, shame on you anyway. Maybe try to work on that.
If you're a male author and you focus too much on your female character's breast, you're gonna have a bad time.
I thought you were gonna do like a commercial. If you've been injured in an accident, if you're a male author and you've been victimized by Molly Phipps, please call.
Please call 1-800. Get the fuck over it.
Yeah, nobody cares. That's what you can call. 1-900. Nobody gives a fuck about you. And all right, the internet for beginners. What the fuck am I looking at?
It's an actual book from the 90s. It even says, now in large print, it's a book on the internet for old
one
people.
brief moment, I thought he found some old picture of me. I don't know why, but I was like, God, is that just me at a really bad angle?
Why would you fucking do that?
What the fuck is wrong with you, Zach? I already feel bad enough about myself.
Never down up photography. Never down up photography.
Ever, never, ever, ever, ever. Forever, ever? Never, ever.
Forever, ever. Alright, so I think we're about done with this episode. It's been fun. I have to pee now.
Yes. Yes, same. I have to pee as well.
Alright, never mind.
The question is, how are you going to pee?
Let me unplug
Yes,
this.
thunderously, apparently. That's the only way Zach can pee, as he is a man
I was
with
gonna-
man parts.
I was actually going to pee
sitting
breastedly and boobily as I titted towards the bathroom.
And he's going to sit down to do it.
No, I'm not. I'm going to do a handstand and urinate from my eyeballs.
Ew. God, if you do, Layla's never going to kiss you again.
You say that like it's an option.
I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know how you males work.
Your complicated internal components.
I mean, I've never had to start a catheter in a guy's eyeball before, but I'm just saying, I don't know if that's all men.
There's
Not all men.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. We had some fun. Martina, you want to hit him with our social media?
Oh, yeah. All right. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/booksandbullshitpodcast. You can find us on Twitter at twitter.com/booksandbsp1. And you can find us on Instagram at instagram.com/booksandbspodcast. I think. Yes, that is true. Yes, I am not lying.
True story. We fact checked it. It's legit.
I
All
was
right, guys.
just there.
Thanks
Bye.
for coming by. Bye.